Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Parasite Eve. We basically left off with the whole Carnegie Hall opera conclusion to where we were in the sewers and we were pursuing Eve, and we found her, but she ran away and left us with a abomination to fight. Cross between I guess some form of alligator and some other mutation that is just scary to me. But after we did that, we learned that there were 6 days total in the game. That was the whole Carnegie Hall incident was day one. We're now entering day two, which is fusion. So let's get on to it. Now, I'm not going to be voice acting anymore because I'm an awful voice actor, especially with so many characters all at once. So I'm just going to be reading as normal. Hope you guys don't mind. Hey, you okay? You ought to be resting. Wish I could, but I'm the only one who knows what happened last night. One second, guys. Okay. I've been gathering some info on Melissa. She's got no relatives and no close friends. She was sick often, always on some kind of medication. The people at the opera said they were amazed she could even stand on stage. Yeah, keep in mind, guys, the Melissa that we know was always on some kind of medication, always popping pills or whatever just so she could function. Her apartment burned down right after the incident, so we have no info on her medication. Well, imagine that. So what's this spontaneous combustion stuff all about? It wasn't really spontaneous. People were actually set on fire. What? Oh, come on. Like one of those ESP things? That's the best way to describe it for now. ESP, huh? Well, I'm not buying it. Well, if you're right, how are we supposed to deal with something like that? I believe her. After all, A is the only witness so far. But if you're going to take on a suspect like that, you'd better ask Baker for a better sidearm. I read your report. Still hard to believe, but we can't deny all those deaths. We're going to go all out to solve this case. Make sure you're well equipped. Go down to the weapons department and give this permit to Torres. He'll help you out. Woohoo, mod permit. Let's go get some mods. Now, Nix and the other police department guys basically say the same thing as the dialogue you had before, so don't even talk to them yet. Who are you? Oh, Kathy, the weapons department? You didn't hit your head last night, did you? It's right downstairs. Gee, what a chatty Kathy you are. Okay, let's just get this done with. Okay. Who are you? Real sweet talker, huh? Hey there, good looking. Cut the crap, Wayne. Where's Torres? That baldy? Who knows? So what'll it be? Shotgun? Rocket launcher? Wayne! Yes, sir. Idiots like you are the reason why guns won't disappear from this country. Get your ass back to weapons storage. You're far from ready to be handling guns in here. Okay, okay, sheesh. Torres, I need some equipment. For last night's case, I heard it was quite a mess. But as long as cops rely on guns, criminals will too. It's a vicious cycle. I hate to hand you I hate to hand a weapon to a young cop like you. Comment below what your thoughts are on that. The whole vicious cycle, cops relying on guns, criminals will too thing. But I hear this isn't your ordinary crook. Guess I can't send you off empty-handed. Say, you can't carry any more equipment. Oh, joy. Wayne, take some of her things and put them in storage. You got something to say, officer? No, sir. Of course not. So you want to leave something in here? Items. We don't need this. Or that. Here, this is the most powerful gun I can allow you to have. Ooh, a rifle. Nice. Captain Baker already notified me. Show me your modification permit again. Oh, right here. Which gun? So you can add slots to your weapons with these mod permits, because you can add stuff to your guns and to your armor. We'll just do the rifle that we just got. Alright, just wait here. All set. That was really quick. Good job. But just remember, cops own guns for protection. Don't let the guns own you. Psst, don't tell Torres, but you can use your tool to tune up your guns. You can rearrange equipment parameters and added effects to tweak your equipment. I can show you some cool tune-up techniques. Now we learn how to tune our guns. Using the tool item, you can add or remove parameters and added effects onto your weapon or armor to create your customized equipment. If you remove an added effect from a weapon or armor, that equipment will disappear. Basically meaning that they will be destroyed. You can't take anything off of a weapon or piece of armor and still keep it. The number of added effects that can be attached to a piece of equipment is determined by the number of slots on that equipment. You can increase the number of slots by getting the equipment modified in the NYPD weapons department. Cool. Not going to do that right now, but cool. Good to know. You got it? Trust me, you can never have too much firepower. Of course, you can't use them without bullets, so you have your club. Equipment. I don't need this anymore. And I don't need that anymore. And that's it. So we're gonna go ahead and leave. Got our modifications done. Got a cool new rifle to use. Things are looking good. But who's this red figure? Nice clothes. Makes me think that that's what Fresh Prince of Bel-Air would wear if he was a little kid. Hey there, you lost? Ah, Ben? Daddy! So this is Ben. Ben, this is Aya. Now what are you doing here? Here! Tickets. Oh, yeah, that concert. Sorry, son. Daddy's real busy today. I promise I'll make it up for... Fine! I really don't want to scream that. But, wow. Ben! Dang. Guess every kid needs a mother. That's not true. I was raised by my father too after my mother died. I'll always be grateful for him. Yeah, well, his mother's still alive. Okay, Chatty Cathy again. You met Daniel's son Ben? Daniel divorced his wife last year. This was before you were assigned here. He kept saying every boy needs a father. So he fought for Ben's custody with Lorraine, his ex-wife. Well, he won, but being a cop, I doubt if he has time to spend with him. Oh yeah, Captain Baker was looking for you. Oh boy. What does Big Boy Baker want? A lot of running around in this place. Sir! You were looking for me? Yes, we're having a press conference now, and I want you there too. Me? That's right. You'll be on national television as the sole survivor of that incident. I see. But you only answer when I ask you. The media is just looking for anything to grill us about. They may even turn you into a suspect, so you let me do the talking. Understood? Yes, sir. Okay then, let's go meet the press. So you are saying this could be the work of a terrorist? That is what we currently speculate. Oh, man. How about accounts of officers and firemen at the scene bursting into flames? That was due to a rare, highly flammable chemical which was used to start the fire. Another question. Then how did Detective Brea survive without so much as a minor burn? How indeed. Remember now, she was the only one who was not affected. That is a result of her quick thinking and training as an officer. I'm asking her the question. She said that my mitochondria were a mutation. Aya! Your mitochondria? Who said this? Melissa, no. She said her name was Eve. But according to a report, Melissa Pierce was killed in the fire. Melissa did die. Her body had been taken over by this Eve. What's this Eve? Some kind of an alien? People, please! She's very tired and we're still investigating. That will be all for today. Aya, I thought I told you not to say anything. I'm telling the truth, sir. That is not the point. Who's gonna believe you? You'll only stir up the media and cause people to panic. Sir, she was only saved by the bell. Baker here. Who? What does he want? Well, put him through then. This is Captain Baker. What? Meet? You'll have to speak up. Yes? What? Yes. Alright. Click. Some Japanese scientist, I think, couldn't understand his English too well. He was raving about some mito something. Says he's coming over here. Mito? Mighty O's. Sounds like a cereal. Is it mitochondria? You mean that thing in the cell that makes energy from oxygen? Now, see, that's the extent of my knowledge of mitochondria. I mean, I have basic education, in school about bodies and biology and all that, but I barely even remember what a mitochondria does. So this is interesting. But I've heard about that in school. Yes, that's what Eve had said. That it's time for the mitochondria to be set free. Hey, I just read that some researcher at the museum wrote a new theory on them. Sir, I'm taking Aya to go talk to this researcher. Go. Better get there before the media. It may explain that phone call, too. Yes, sir. Come on, Aya. Alright. I'll bring the car around. Meet me at the front. Sure. What, I can't drive? What's with that, huh? Exit. Alright, let's just get out of here. And this right here is the New York City travel map. You got the Carnegie Hall that we started at, and the NYPD 17 district where we are now. And right now, currently, we just had the museum. So this is where we need to go, but we'll have more stuff unlocked as we go along. So let's go. We're going to the Museum of Natural History. Dr. Hans Klomp will be there. Dr. Klomp? What's his area of research? Well, according to the papers, he's working on a new theory. Mitochondria is something, but it seems to cover the whole genetic spectrum. That's odd, to have a PhD and be working at in a museum. Well, he's pretty antisocial. Gee, who isn't? And doesn't like to waste time outside research. Oh great, we're gonna have a grand time with this one. Yeah, I know where you're going with this. Just be careful this time, huh? Are you referring to the press conference? Yeah. Daniel, why do you kiss the chief's butt? You two joined the force at the same time, didn't you? Yeah, but that was years ago. Now he's my boss. I like those little chats. You know, you get some backstory about some people. Museum of Natural History. History. It's been a while since I visited a museum. Dinosaur exhibit. Loved these things when I was a kid. Looks like it's closed today. Well, let's see what the security guard can do for us. Gee, leave me behind, why don't you? How can you run up the stairs? That's crazy. Hey there, how you doing? Doing okay. Pretty cold day though. How about yourself? We're with the NYPD. We're looking for Dr. Klomp. He works here, doesn't he? Sure does. As a matter of fact, he's up there in his room right now. Did he do something? Nah, we just want to talk to him. That's all. Thank you. Shouldn't take long. We are so professional and so nice. I like that. Place is pretty creepy without any people. Ah, you'll find him, blah blah blah. I'm guessing up there. He's been pretty busy for the past few weeks. Doesn't come out ever. Thanks. Oh, by the way, could you sign in? It's policy. Let's just keep track of who comes in. Thanks, Aya. Wow. Notebooks on the counter. Just my name? Yep, that should be enough, unless you want to leave your phone number. Ew. Dude, you gotta be like knocking on 40, 50, 60 years old, and she's like in her 20s. Gross. Hey, Aya. Over here. Now, I know the episode's been kind of boring so far. Just a lot of, dialogue going back and forth, but this portion is really interesting. See, so tune in and get ready for a ride. Excuse me, hello? Hey, Dr. Klump. Dr. Klump. I hear you. We're with the NYPD. We'd like to ask you a few questions. And nothing. Professor, we're looking for clues concerning the incident which occurred. Are you accusing me? What? Are you shocked? What? This again? What is this? Okay, it's really interesting that Aya would have this flashback upon seeing this man. I know him, I think. Why do you think this would happen upon meeting this guy? That's interesting. Okay. What's wrong? Are you okay, Aya? Yeah. We'd like to ask you about the mitochondria research you've been doing. NYPD, huh? What makes you interested in my work? The suspect mentioned that the mitochondria would have to be set free. Now, do you? That suspect ignited people without laying a finger on them. Then it transformed into some kind of creature and ran off. Since she mentioned mitochondria, we were hoping you could supply us with some info. You two have absolutely no idea what the true mitochondria is like. Blech. Do you? The mitochondria possesses its own unique genetic code. Its own? Are you saying it's a separate organism? Precisely. Kind of like a parasite or something, huh? Parasite! That's an interesting way of describing this most fascinating creature. We cannot live without the mitochondria. Do you understand? The mitochondria creates energy for us. Without it, we are nothing. We are here because the mitochondria allows us to be here. Our brain, for example. The brain functions due to the interaction between axons and dendrites. This interaction is possible due to the energy the mitochondria provides. Did you know the mitochondria is capable of discharging 200,000 V of electricity? This not only pertains to electrical discharge, but also applies to heat energy as well. Heat? Then the combustion from last night were... For a human to burn and melt, 1600 degrees of heat must be generated. There are several hundred mitochondria present within a single cell. If all the mitochondria in the body began functioning at the same time, a tremendous amount of energy would be generated and released. Melting a human into a puddle of fluid would be a simple task with so much energy. So you're saying that the mitochondria ignited these people? Professor, you may be right in that we need the mitochondria to live. But in the end, we're just using them for energy, right? You have no idea. The mitochondria has control over an organism's growth. Take this hand, for example. Before we were born, the hand is merely a glob of flesh. But when cells between the fingers deteriorate, that is when fingers first form. When the cells which make up the body aren't needed anymore, it receives a signal to die. This signal is initiated by the mitochondria. When it is relayed, the genetic information in the nucleus is cut off and in essence dies. The same can be said for aging. The mitochondria mutates 10 times faster than cells. Of course, this also applies to mutant forms of mitochondria as well. When too many mutant mitochondria multiply, energy production level decreases. The decrease in energy production is associated with the aging process. So, are you still stupid enough to say that we are the higher species? But you're not saying that the mitochondria is doing all this that word that I cannot say. Sorry, guys. When I said that the mitochondria could mutate 10 times faster than normal cells, I also meant that they could evolve at a rate 10 times faster. Since the beginning of creation, the mitochondria has been evolving at this rate. It's no surprise if they possess a power beyond our cognition. No surprise at all. Let me tell you something. There was a scientist who tried to determine the mutation rate of the mitochondria. With this, the scientist wanted to establish the connection with human ancestry. In 1987, it was announced that the root of all humans can be traced to a single woman in Africa. This finding was announced around the world. And with this, the mitochondrial theory spread like wildfire. You know what they call the root of it all? Mitochondria Eve. Splendid name. Just incredible. Eve. The suspect in yesterday's case called herself Eve. What? Hey, if you know anything, you better not be holding back on us. She called herself Eve. Sorry, but I've told you what I know. I'd like to return to my studies now. I believe you know the way out. Hey, you better explain what the hell's going on here. Daniel, forget it. Let's just go. Huh. Mind blown. Wow, that was a lot of information to take in. But what do you guys think? Did you guys learn anything? Is there any truth to that in, like, you know, real life? Is the mitochondria really like that? Comment below if you know, because I sure don't. But I think it's really cool that they use actual biology as a plot line for a game, because mitochondria, as we know it right now, seems to be a reoccurring thing. And we're just trying to make sense of it all, and right now I can't because I don't know enough. But we're gonna end the episode here. I'm gonna leave you with a little cliffhanger there, a little history, little science history lesson there. I do hope you guys are enjoying this series. I am enjoying playing it for you, and stay tuned for more because this is getting exciting. I want to find out what we just went through means. And if you have any idea, if you have any predictions, if you have any clue, comment below. But if you know what's gonna happen, like for sure, please don't spoil. because I haven't played this game in a while. I barely remember it, so it's basically blind from this point on. But until then, guys, I will see you next time. Bye, guys.